Hello, inventors and entrepreneurs. My name is Andrew Krause. I'm one of the co-founders here at Inventor Groups of America. Stephen Key and myself co-founded a company called InventRight 23 years ago, where we coach inventors to license their products. Through InventRight, we've spoken to inventor groups across the country, and for over 2 decades, basically, we realized that there was no one helping out and supporting inventor groups. So we started IGA, Inventor Groups of America, to do just that. Then we decided to expand our help to include free educational webinars like the one you're going to experience today for inventors. At IGA, we provide individuals with options on how to best commercialize their product ideas, as well as strengthen and support inventor groups throughout the US and the world. And our speaker is international today too, so that's really cool. We have a directory of local and regional inventor groups on our website. If you're located near one, we highly encourage you to join one of them. We would love to hear your name and what state or country you're from, or wherever you're from. So open up the chat box and let us know. Also type in a note if you're new to IGA and this is the first time you're attending one of these meetings. Please do not disclose anything that is confidential that is not already publicly available in the chat or by speech. This meeting is going to be recorded and will be harnessed on our website and our YouTube channel soon. If you have any questions for the speakers, please type them into the chat as they come to you. We'll ask and choose a few questions on your behalf at the end of the presentation, or maybe possibly during even. Now I'm going to turn things over to IGA's director, Madeline Key, who's going to introduce our very special speaker today, and also our moderator, Stephen Key, our other IGA co-founder. Madeline, take it away. Oh, hold on. I'll unmute you. There you go.
Thank you, Andrew. Hello, everyone. Happy 2023. It's really wonderful to be here with you for our first Inventors Groups of America Inventors Online meeting. I am thrilled to introduce you to our featured guest this morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are around the world checking in. We have with us here Muhammad Ali. I got to meet Muhammad for the first time several years ago through LinkedIn. He reached out with the most amazing message to Stephen Key saying, I have some great news for you. I read your book, One Simple Idea. Now my invention is selling around the world. It's not every day we get a message like that. And we've since gotten to know him, seen him absolutely just become more and more successful as an entrepreneur. And it's just such a pleasure to host him here tonight, to learn from him, to be here with all of you. I'll give a short background on Muhammad. He is the CEO of PowerLock and PluGuard. He studied aerospace, aeronautical, and astronautical engineering at Cairo University in Egypt. He was working as an engineer when his wife noticed that their daughter was curious about electrical outlets. Too curious, really. She wanted to touch them. She was playing near them. And his wife asked, could he design a way of making them safer? Yes, he's an engineer. Of course he can. Today, his locking socket, which does exactly that, it makes using electrical cords safer, is selling around the world. When he began pitching his invention to companies in Europe, he was amazed how many were interested in licensing it from him. Now, after signing 5 agreements, his PowerLock invention is selling in about 9 countries in Europe. He also wanted to go into business for himself, so he started a factory in Egypt to produce PowerLock locally. Now, his line of products, I heard he has 60 stock keeping units, are for sale in the largest retailer in Egypt. And to boot, most of the people he employs to make these products are women. He has 4 patents from China, Russia, and Egypt. He has more patents pending. And I think the coolest thing of all is he says he's just getting started. His plan is to create more inventions and to spread his ideas all over the world. I know he's going to do it. And I'm very excited to have my dad, Stephen Key, kick off this interview. We know Muhammad's story, but there's also questions we don't know. So we're going to be learning here along with all of you. And like Andrew said, write down your burning questions in the chat. We'll try to get to as many as we can while also letting the discussion flow. So Muhammad, thank you for being here. We sure do appreciate it. We're excited.
Thank you, Madeline. Thank you so much.
Where do we start? First of all, Madeline, thank you very much for that introduction. It's truly an amazing story, and I want to welcome everybody to this wonderful webinar. I am interested in this process. As you know, I talk about it. Andrew Krause and I have been teaching it for over 20 something years, but this story is really unique because not only is Mohammed licensing, right? He's actually manufacturing too. He's doing both. And that's what's really interesting to me. So I want to start at the very beginning, Mohammed. And it was so great to see you in Alexandria, Egypt this year, having you speak with me on stage. It was really kind of nice to have you there. And I know everybody's really curious because you've done so much so quickly, right? And I went to a retail store, which is like our Walmart over in Egypt, and your product is everywhere. It's on 2 different aisles, and it's selling every single day. And congratulations on all your success. But I want to start at the very beginning. You're an aerospace engineer. Your wife identifies a problem. You come up with the solution. What did you do to research? Is he still there? Andrew, did we lose him?
We lost him on the cell, but I'll try to pick him up on his other connection here.
Okay.
Let's see. Just keep going.
Okay.
Hopefully
The question I have, Mohammed, and I think everybody has the same question. You have this great idea and you think it's a good idea and you come up with the solution. Where do you start? I mean, if you don't know how to launch a product, if you've never done it before, what do you do? So let's see if we can get him on.
Yeah, he disappeared on his on one of his connections here. So I'm gonna make him a co-host. Let's see if we can get him back.
That is actually something that Mohammed said very clearly to me in one of our interviews was, you know, it really wasn't the challenge here wasn't designing the invention. That actually came to him fairly readily. But it was the question of how is he going to bring it to market that was really perplexing. He didn't study entrepreneurship. He didn't have a process in place at the beginning. And so, yeah, that's hopefully where we'll start.
Yeah, I made him a co-host. He was connected both on his computer and via his cell. His cell died. It was a beautiful connection, and then it died. And I made him a co-host and asked him to turn on his video, but it doesn't look like he's connected.
Let's see if we can get him back. Andrew, is another way that we can ask questions that he can hear it?
He's probably going to try to get back on his cell, and then I'll let him in. So we're going to need to wait for that. So, Stephen, one of the things that's unusual here is he did a whole bunch of licensing deals, and then he's also selling it in. And can you talk a little bit about the licensing deals that he did while we're waiting?
I think, Andrew, what he wanted to do and why I'm so fascinated by it, he wanted to do both. And we don't see that very often, but I know a lot of us would like to maybe do both. So he has a manufacturing facility employing over 100 women, and I've seen it. I've seen photographs, I've seen videos, and it's really quite amazing that he set up his manufacturing in Egypt, because Egypt is not known to manufacture products. But he was able to do that. And I'm curious about, how do you even start? How do you hire people? What about the molds? I mean, how do you really produce product? But the thing that I'm really interested in is that his distribution with all the major retailers across Egypt is incredible. Now, it's one thing to get one SKU in. How do you get all of them in? So I'm really curious about that. Once he started showing companies, all these other companies came in, and I think they do their own manufacturing in their own area. So not only has he licensed it to these big companies, his product line has grown from 1 or 2 now to 60, which is incredible in itself. And now it's selling everywhere, not only, of course, in Egypt, but other parts of the country. He's conquering the world with this technology. So how do we get him back on? Because I want to hear these questions.
Yeah, so Madeline, you mentioned that he's back, but I made him a co-host on that. He's not showing up. He's not on audio. I can't.
Okay.
I made him a co-host.
I see one of his headshots here. It's saying that he's unmuted. Mohammed, are you able to speak?
Yeah, no, he's not connected audio even. So, but I made him a co-host so he can unmute himself, but he's not there.
Okay, we'll be patient. I see some great questions coming in through the chat. Specifically one that I know.
Oh, wait a minute. I
many-
see him. I see him. Okay. Go ahead, Madeline. Go ahead and talk.
Yeah, M. Kelly just asked asked a great question, which was, did you end up working with manufacturers who were already in the same electrical component business? The reason I ask is in some cases where you'll be replacing inferior products the manufacturer might be already making, that's considering you competition, not wanting to deal with you. And specifically, this person's also asking, were there additional challenges because you had a safety related product? Did you have to get additional testing? Who paid for that? And I know these are questions that Mohammed can speak to because I've asked him about it in a prior interview. And that's what I was also fascinated by as well. This isn't your, this product is situated within a context, right? It works with other products. How do they all fit together?
Mohammed, I think you're unmuted now. Can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you well, but I'm
Why
not
don't-
sure that my screen is shared or not.
That's
No,
okay, we
but
can hear
that's
you.
okay. We'll just go with
Yeah.
audio for now.
No,
I click
no.
ask to start video, but you'll need to click on start
No,
video.
no, not this account because I have two accounts now.
Okay, that's
one
okay.
that's
Why don't we
okay.
just go with voice for now? At least we can hear you.
Lose him again? Oh, there he
Yep.
is.
There he is.
Right there.
There we go. We got you.
Now it works?
Yes.
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 Okay, Mohammed, first question.
You're gonna need to unmute him, Andrew, but we're good.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just need to
Oh.
unmute yourself, Mohammed, there. I click ask to unmute.
He's unmuted.
There you go.
All right,
Unmute.
we got this. Mhm.
Okay, Mohammed, first question. You're an aerospace
Okay.
engineer. What do you know about manufacturing?
Yes.
Or what do you know about launching a product? How did you start?
Actually, I have two different starts. I have the first start with patent and licensing the patent. This is a different project. And I have another project for manufacturing the product and selling it in Egypt. So it's totally different business models. Actually, I started with the first one with patent licensing, which goes faster than manufacturing, of course, because manufacturing takes too many process. But actually, I started with patent. Yes, patent filing. Actually, the story starts 4 years ago when my daughter was just starting to walk. She was always fascinating about electrical plugs and sockets, and she would try to pull them out from the wall. My wife and I were worried about her to getting shocked, and we couldn't find any products on the market that could protect her online or in the stores. And as an aerospace engineer with good background engineering and R&D, I thought to myself that why not to try to design a device that would solve this problem? That might be an opportunity. I knew that it would be challenging, but the thought of my daughter being protected was all the motivation I needed. So I searched Amazon. I remember I searched Amazon for a book that could help me turning my idea into a commercial product. I found this book. I think you know it, Stephen.
A little bit.
Yeah, One Simple Idea. It's a very great book by Stephen Key. It was a bestseller in Amazon, and it really provides the roadmap to turn the product idea into a product on shelves. I read the book carefully, chapter by chapter, and I started to follow the process from the beginning. The first step was to design the device and make the prototype and make the idea validation. And this was not a big job for me because I'm an aerospace engineer and I have a good engineering and mechanical engineering capabilities. So I made a good prototype. And I remember my wife showed it to our friends and family, and they all showed a great interest in it. They all fell in love in the product. So we realized at this moment that this product would be would have a good market. But where to start? that was the problem. So the first step after that, we was how to protect the idea, how to file the patent. But the problem, Stephen, with me is not because I want to license the product not in US in the beginning. I want to license the product in Europe, maybe in the Gulf area, and the Arab countries. But in the book, there was no much details about how to do that. So I remember I bring so many books related to how to file patents in different countries, and I connected patent attorneys in the desired countries that I want to file the patent in. But the surprise was that it's really expensive and time consuming. Yeah, really expensive. Yeah. Yes, because filing in different countries in parallel, really expensive. But the good news here is you don't have to pay all the money in advance. So it's like a progressive payment. So I put a plan. I will pay for just the application in these countries. So it's about more than 20 countries. I started with filing in more than 20 countries, including USA.
Did you start, did you file a provisional patent application first?
Yes, exactly. Like what the book said,
Okay.
I filed the provisional patent application in the beginning. That gives me about 1 year to communicate with companies and so on.
Okay.
Then I filed also, there is a PCT called, it's like give the effect of provisional patent, but for 3 years. Okay. So it extends the protection for different 3 years, and also it's affordable, not expensive. Okay. But I put the plan to license at least to one company during these 3 years to get money to invest for the other countries and other application, because it's really expensive. Okay. And that's what happened exactly. In the second year, we got the first royalty from the first contract.
Can you tell me a little bit about, so you have proof of concept, you file the provisional patent application, you're going to get ready to file a PCT to designate. Tell us about that first licensee. How did you reach out to them? Was it on LinkedIn? What did you show them? Did you show them a video, Excel sheet? How did that happen?
Okay. The first one, how did we get it? Actually, it was my wife's job, not me. But what we did is we built first the platform, the website, and the media, the videos and the photos and the selling sheet. The selling sheet you already mentioned on the book. We prepared all these media. That's so important to have like a good website to show all the functions of the product and describe everything, to answer all the questions and companies, decision makers' minds. So that takes about, for me, it takes about 3 weeks to build a website, because I built it myself. Because I remember when I contacted the media companies, they gave me a very expensive offer. So I decided to invest in a computer. So I bought a computer better, and I spent more than 3 weeks sleeping 5 hours or 4 hours a day, and I learned about 6 different programs, 6 different softwares to build like graphic design, video editing, website, image editing, and so on, until I built the website and the video. You can see the video, it looks so professional, but I did it with only 1 week experience. So I did the job of media, but my wife continued and started communicating with the companies. I think she followed also the book, and she attended some lead generation courses. But I think she used LinkedIn.
Okay.
I think she used LinkedIn. She didn't use a cold calls at all.
Okay. Tell us this real quick, Mohammed, because there's a lot of stuff we want to talk about here. So your wife's helping you. Congratulations. You reach out to that company. They look at your website. And how long did it take to get the first licensing deal done? Was it a long time, pretty short? How did that work?
Okay. The first response from the companies was very fast. They signed the NDA very fast, within 1 week. Okay. But the problem was the product as related to electrical appliances and electrical devices. So it's very dangerous and very restricted to have to match the standards and to have the certificates of safety and so on. So it has to be tested and some certified labs to get the certificate. But the problem is some of our potential licensees have a doubt about getting certificate for this product because it has a new function, and they saw that this function may affect the test, and they think that it will not pass the test.
Mohammed, we had a listener type in just that, and I'm sure you've had a lot of challenges throughout the process. Leslie typed in stunning product. As far as I understand, there are regulations that prevent you from mechanically fastening a plug to a fixed wall socket. Yeah. How did you bypass that regulation? And there was probably a lot of other things you needed to overcome too. So I just wanted to jump in, and we'd love to hear about how you overcame some of these obstacles.
That's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. We got emails from the companies that they are interested, but the problem is this function will not be certified. But actually it can, because at this moment I was my dream has been gone. But I remember that I have the documents of the standards, and I can read it carefully. Maybe I can adjust the product to match it. So I read the documents. It's about 1,000 paper book, very big. Okay. But I found a very short sentence, 4 words, that can be like a key to solve the problem. Mm. And when I send this sentence to the companies, they say that it's the first time to see it. Mm. How did you know it? You are not in the field, you are not in the industry, but it came like that. I read the standard, the whole standard, until I found a way to adjust, and let's say adjust the design to match the standard. Okay. And we passed it, and now we have the most powerful certificate. It's GS from TUV Lab. So we have the best certificate of safety for the product, and according to the IDC standards, it's allowed to have a plug like that with a locking mechanism. It's allowed.
Okay, let's keep on moving forward. There's a lot of stuff here. So you overcame this one big obstacle. That's a fantastic question.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad you were able to answer it. With the one sentence, you figured it out. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you start to license it. You get the one license. When did you get the second one? Was it easier to get the second one because you already had one?
Very easy. We have now 5, but very easy, because once you sign the first one, the first one is the most difficult, because once it's in the market, there is a good need, there is a good feedbacks, good reviews. So all the other manufacturers want to have the same product in their catalog. So it's easy. Now we have, every week we have a new email that we want to, even without sending them a selling sheet or whatever, they look for us and they send us, we want, lately I just received email from China company.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah, so China, and we're going to show a web page. In fact, let's show it now, Andrew. The website of the products that are licensed, right? That he's licensing to other companies.
Yes, this one.
That's his manufacturing one.
That's my manufacturing. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
There it is.
This one is like a wall socket with locking feature.
Mhm.
It's down. Go down a little bit.
Nice.
This is the 4 products.
Okay.
Nice.
A wall socket. This is a link for locking male
Yes.
to female. This is a power strip, and this is extension.
Very nice.
Yes. We
Okay,
started
and
with the
we'll-
extension.
We'll go to the other website in just a minute, but we want to go in the right order. Okay, so
Okay.
now you've got your product licensed to multiple companies. Everybody's excited. You've overcame some of the regulatory issues. When do you
Yes.
decide that you want to manufacture yourself?
Actually, in Egypt, it's different a little bit, because in Egypt, most of companies are not designers. They just manufacturing a well-known product. So when I offered the product for them in the beginning, they said, what can we do with the design? We are not designers. We don't know how to turn the design to a product. So they were like afraid of they liked the idea very much, but they were afraid that they can't transfer it to a good quality product. Actually, I spent about 1 year convincing the big manufacturers in Egypt about the product, but I couldn't convince any of them. So I decided, why not? Because the product is doing well in Europe. So it may also doing the same in Egypt. So maybe it will be a good opportunity if I started to manufacture it by myself. But there was, as you know, the problem of fund, the problem of experience, because I was worried about if I make the product but with low quality, people will not like it because of the quality, not because of the function of the idea.
Okay.
So it was challenging to make the product with good quality, good price, from the first trial in the industry.
But Mohammed,
Yeah.
what do you know about tooling and manufacturing and hiring people?
Nothing. Nothing. Literally nothing. This is the first
So how
time in
did
my
you
life.
do it? Did you
the
go
first-
back to the internet, or did you ask your wife? How did
Yes.
you figure all that out again?
No. I go to internet. I download. I bought some books about mold, how to design molds, how to design machines, how to hire people. So Stephen, and in the beginning, I was working in the morning. I was working in the production line in the morning. Afternoon, I'm delivering the goods by my car. And at the evening, I'm doing the financial and the accounting.
So
Yes.
wait a minute. I want to, okay. What's really truly amazing about this is that you found the information and you're working extremely hard and you're just figuring it out. But the thing that really surprises me, I was with you and I went to one of the largest retailers
Yes.
in Egypt. And
Yes.
not only were you on one shelf, but you were on another shelf too. And your
Yes.
packaging looked beautiful. What do you know about designing packaging even?
Nothing. Nothing. But if you want something and you work hard to make it, you will make it. Nothing is impossible.
Okay.
Of course.
All right,
Everything
but how
is
did you
easy.
get into those retailers? You never worked with retailers before. Did you knock on their door? Or did you visit them? How'd you do that?
The problem of COVID helped us because, so many suppliers are out of stock in the COVID and also because of the Ukrainian-Russian war. So some shelves were empty. So that was in the big stores because they don't have goods because of the COVID and so on. So that was a good opportunity for us. Yeah.
So wait a minute. So tell me, did you find them on LinkedIn or did you call the corporate?
No. Physically.
How'd you find them?
No. Actually, my wife also. She took some products and she went to their office. She met this, like that. Now we are in Egypt. We are in more than 700 different hypermarkets. 700.
Okay.
Mohammed, is that unusual?
Now we
Is that unusual, or were people proud that they were able to buy
Yeah.
from an Egyptian company that was manufacturing in Egypt for the product that you sell
it's
in Egypt?
totally unusual, because our product price is not cheap. It's almost the highest in the category. Okay, so we compared to the German products. Always our customer compared our products to the German ones, not to Chinese or to Egyptian ones. That's
So, so wait a minute, Mohammed. So you get inside the stores, you have great shelf space. Your packaging is wonderful. I absolutely love it. Great job with the packaging.
yes.
Explain to me again, though. What about your marketing? How are you marketing? Do you run ads? What do you do with marketing?
And the beginning, I told you, we have very limited funds. So I invested in the packing, the design of the product, and I let it like make the marketing for themselves. Like people will see it on shelves. I remember I show you the picture of the first day we put our products in Carrefour, Egypt. There was a line waiting for our products. It was a surprise for me. No one would sit on a line for power strips.
But you're not advertising?
No, in the beginning, no, because we don't have money in the beginning. We don't have money, even for labor. In the beginning, the labor was who? Me and my wife and my some of my relatives, like that. Only 4 or 5, and we started with only this small products. It's about 50 cents.
Why'd you pick the color yellow and black?
Because it's a catchy color, and it refers also to tools and so on. So maybe it will attract people who are working with tools and cables and so on. Just came like that.
Because some other people use that color combination, don't they?
Yes.
Yes, they do. Okay. All right, you guys, this is really interesting. I can't wait to open it up for questions because I have so many myself. Okay. Andrew, please go to his own website now, because you've got 60 how do you keep on coming up with new ideas? How do you keep on doing that?
Actually, not all of them are new, because we put a plan, like every year we have to add 3 or 4 extremely new products, but other products are conventional, but with high quality, high end packaging, like that. And like that, these products are also, there is a big demand of the conventional products. You don't have to develop or to make all the new products from scratch. I mean,
you're even selling electrical tape now.
Yes.
Because
now we are,
Stephen, he's built a brand.
Number 1 in selling electrical tape. Yeah. In Egypt, we are number 1 on the brand of electrical tapes. Number 1.
Yeah.
We sell the highest price electrical tapes, and we sell it like 1.5 of the nearest competitor, and we sell a lot.
I even saw recently you had a device to manage your cords on your desktop. I saw that recently.
Yes. This is the last one. I even don't have one in my desk, but it's very good product, and we sell a lot of this product also. Very, very small, but there is a big need for it.
Okay. Why don't we do this, Andrew? I want to make sure we open it up, because
I've got a great one. We can.
I want to hear questions from everybody else. You guys type in your questions. Let's see if we can get to.
So on the licensing side, Mohammed, we got a question from M. Kelly. How did you deflect a single manufacturer's request wanting exclusivity? And could you broadly tell us the licensing royalty terms? So you did multiple licenses with different companies, in addition to selling it yourself in Egypt. When they said, no, we want a worldwide exclusive, how did you handle that, is what M. Kelly's question.
no one asks about worldwide. Most of them ask about a single territory exclusive. This is the point of they have the power in. Okay, so actually the patent, it has different devices like the extension, the wall socket, the power strip, so different devices in a single patent. So no one will take the patent, the whole patent exclusive. What we do in the contract is we give if a certain company is exclusive in a certain country, we give them in this country, it's okay for us, but with minimum royalty, minimum guarantee, and they will not accept the minimum guarantee unless they have the power to get the minimum guarantee in the country. Okay. So no one will ask about exclusive if you don't have the power in the territory. I remember I gave only one company exclusive in certain territory, and no, I gave two in France and Italy. But in other regions, it's all non-exclusive.
Tell me this, great question. He's carved out territories. They didn't ask for an exclusive, which is great. He has IP in those countries, so he can give them an exclusive. Let's talk about the royalties. And you don't have to tell us what the royalties are, but because you have the patents, because you've got some track record, are they in between? Are they average royalties or above average in your opinion? Because I know average is 5%. That's pretty average. Are you above that?
Look, the product also is different because we sell, the company sell the product with 50 meters cable, okay? So the product is very expensive and we only give them the socket. So we take royalty from the whole product, not from the socket. So the socket percentage in the product is about not more than 5%. Okay. So if we take like 3 or 5% from the whole product, that would be much.
Got it. Okay, so you guys, this is really a great question because
it's about average. Yeah.
He's part of the product, not all the product. That's really a good point because people ask that all the time. They've made improvements on an existing idea, but it's only a part of it.
Yes, so no problem.
Okay, very good.
But we take royalty from sales of the whole product, not part.
Okay. But it's a little bit less. I mean, but you just people don't.
Not less. Not about 5. No, it's about 5% also. Okay. But from the whole product.
This next question is from our IGA Managing Director, Madeline, who you all met earlier. She said, what mistakes did you make when you began manufacturing? So I'll add to that.
Oh.
Can you contrast, Mohammed, the effort it takes to license where they're doing all the work and they're manufacturing and selling the product and using their distribution, and the work that you had to do to manufacture this yourself? And with regards to the manufacturing, I'm sure you made a lot of mistakes. I know you're an engineer, but man, there's so many places to make mistakes when you're trying to manufacture something yourself.
Yeah, sure. I can say it's not so many. It's few, very few, very, very few. You can check the internet. You can check Amazon Egypt, I mean, and you can check the reviews. So most of the products are 5x5 with hundreds of reviews, even the very beginning one. So I don't think we put the product.
No, wait a minute. The biggest problem you told me is that you hired all males in your production line. You hired males, but now you have all females. Is that true?
Yeah. In the beginning, maybe this is the mistake. Yes, I hired all males in the beginning, but now it's all females. All.
So I think you're misunderstanding the question. It might not be with the engineering or the design, but with the issues like that, people issues,
sure,
cash flow issues, things like that.
Yes, a lot. Mainly about the deals with the wholesalers. In the beginning, deals was not like tight. Many wholesalers do tricky parts with us because we are new in the industry and in this field. we don't know how to deal with the wholesalers and hypermarkets and online all in the same time. So we made some mistakes in this section.
Tell me this for a minute, so people have an really has a full grasp. You work a lot, don't you?
Sorry?
Mohammed, how many
Yes.
hours a day do you work?
Who? Labor?
Yeah, hours. How many hours? Yes.
Me?
You.
Me?
Yes. Yes.
It differs because in the beginning I worked like 18, maybe 17 to 18 hours a day.
Okay. How
But
about now?
now much less.
What?
6 to
15?
7.
15?
No, 6, 8.
Okay. Because you told me you have a lot of managers now that help you, don't you?
Yeah, my phone will not have any single call in about 1 week.
Okay.
No one will call me. No one.
So he's got good teams. He's figured it out.
Yes.
People need to realize what you've accomplished in doing both licensing and venturing required a tremendous amount of effort, a tremendous amount of
Yes.
work. And
Yes, right.
you went one step and you kind of figured it all out. But at the end of the day, it's still a lot to do, but you have managers now that help you with some of it.
Yes, actually, yes.
Yeah.
And also, I remember you talking to me about to reduce the time I spent in the office and to pay some attention to the family. So I followed that, and now I give them a good time.
Well, yeah, it's funny. I'm giving Malin, you're going to really love this. I'm trying to give them advice that I didn't take myself about having some.
That's amazing. It's easier to give that advice than to take it sometimes.
It's easy, right?
We have another great question from M. Kelly here. Congrats,
Okay.
Mohammed. If I could ask you,
Thank
did
you.
you end up working with manufacturers who were already in the electrical component business, or were they in non-related business? The reason why I ask is that in some cases, when you would be replacing inferior products, they might already be making.
Cannibalizing.
And so, yeah, kind of hurting their products, like making them look bad because your product's so good. So who were they? Companies already making a lot of electrical type products,
Yes,
or were they outside of that?
No. It's in the industry, of course.
Yeah. And you just found the ones, I guess, that weren't threatened by your superior products, or they weren't addressing the safety issue, maybe. And also, did they change the branding? So when they manufacture, do they do their own branding? You're licensing the intellectual property and a different look, and how does that work?
We make it like a combination between PowerLock and the company name. So we make another brand name, takes the first name from us and the second name from them. We make a new brand for the product. So it's now called Electra Lock instead of Electra Line. Yes.
Nice.
Like that.
Very good.
Did they already have safety related products, or were most of them like they had electrical, they had sockets, they had power strips, but they weren't doing anything safety, and they're like, oh, we want to get into this?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Andrew, he found companies that were already doing it. So they understood the industry, the details, and they just wanted to make an improvement, right?
Yes.
And that's what he provided them. Yeah, because to show a company that wasn't in that category and ask them to get in that category, we know that doesn't work.
Because the market is almost all the companies have the same catalog. All the companies have extension codes, male flag and female. What can they do?
No
So
point.
every day they want So when they see like another idea like that, it's catchy for them.
Yeah.
V says, who's a regular? Thanks, V, for the question. Do you already see competitors trying to make similar products? And I guess that could apply to Egypt or elsewhere. We know the answer to that, right?
Till now, I didn't, but hopefully I don't know whether it will be in the future or not. But till now, I didn't find anyone trying to copy it or not.
Good. Okay. Not even with the companies you license to in other countries, where in those countries, people are starting to knock off the company you license to with similar stuff? Not yet?
Till now, not until now, no.
Okay, it'll happen. You got a great product. And that means you're, as Stephen always says, that means you're successful.
Well,
Okay, what can you do?
well, you know what he's done? You know what's really brilliant here? He went after those companies that already had market share. They're already in business. They already have shelf space, and they just needed that improvement, that point of difference. And so that's why they took it. They loved it. And so he found that clear, open area of a problem and just solved it.
Yes.
So now it's just building a brand, and you're seeing that he's building a brand from electrical tape to other stuff. So it's not just one product. You guys, this is a company now of a brand.
Yes.
And his distribution in Egypt alone, I saw it firsthand. It's amazing. You walk into the store, he's not on just one aisle, he's on the other aisle. And his product is a little bit more expensive, but it has such a greater benefit. People clearly want it. Yeah. I've even used this product. I have to say, you guys, when I was traveling overseas, I needed a correct socket and I didn't have it. And you gave me one, I pulled it out and I used it in my hotel room. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mark has a question here. He says, I wonder who was the right target at the companies with regards to licensing? The new product group, a marketing manager, senior manager? Maybe that's a good question for your wife. I think it's great that you
for me, we talked to the product manager.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the number one person. We always talk about that. That product manager really is responsible from the start to the end. Hard to get a hold hard to get a hold of at times, but it's really the right person. Yeah.
Yes, really.
Then let's jump back to manufacturing. It doesn't say what their name is, but they said, congratulations. Tell me, did you hire a manufacturing manager yourself for your manufacturing facilities in Egypt, or did you manage and find a skilled one? So who managed the line, the manufacturing line? Was that you, or did you hire somebody?
In the beginning or now?
Both.
In the beginning, me, of course, because I don't have money to to hire a professional one. But now there is someone, so a good one right now.
What's amazing, you guys, I've seen photographs and videos of his manufacturing facility, and it's very well done. And everything from the uniforms everybody wears to the organization, you can tell it's very well managed, and it's very impressive. Right. Yeah.
Yes, now we have about more than 100 employees in the company. We started with 2. In 3 years, we turned to 100, so it's a good achievement. Yeah. Also for the sales, I gave you some numbers. We started in the first year, sales was about $10,000, and last year the sales was about more than $2 million. So I think also it's a good achievement in terms of sales. And also for numbers of products we sold, till now we sold about more than 4 million products in Egypt only. Yeah. So big number. There is 4 million products having the brand, our brand now in a certain place in Egypt. So it's a good achievement for me.
Mohammed, this next question is for me. I want to know from a licensing side and then the manufacturing side, because you're doing both.
Okay.
What advice do you have for everybody listening as far as mindset? And obviously, Stephen's been emphasizing, and I'm very impressed with your work ethic. Mindset, work ethic. What do you need to have with licensing, which isn't as time intensive, obviously? And what do you need to have with manufacturing? What is the best advice in those 2 areas you can
Actually, for me, both are the same. Work. Nothing is impossible. Everything can be done, but needs a lot of work. So I always see problems like that. Problems just need some work to be solved. It's very easy to solve. Just pay attention, pay time, effort, and you will solve it. It happened to me. I tell you a joke. It happened to me in China. The patent attorney sent me email that the patent will not be granted because the regulation in China, and there is a big company related to the government in China that already have a product like that, and they will not let you grant your product because it's better than their product. So forget about this product. The patent attorney told me that, forget about this product, it will not be granted in China. What I did is I got all the laws of China patents and I read it carefully, and I find a way to amend the claims and to get the patent granted, and that's what happened. I sent the attorney. I remember that I sent them the written opinion of mine, and I sent them the amended claims, and he submitted the amended claims, and we got the patent. And he sent me the email that it was a surprise for him. He couldn't imagine that we can get this patent.
Can we talk about that for just a minute? Because I think this is really important.
Yes.
You know, sometimes we put all our confidence in a patent attorney.
Okay,
and
yes.
At this a little differently than we do as entrepreneurs. We need to look at this from a business perspective.
Yes.
He knew there was business here. And so
Okay.
he looked at the applications and found the holes. You can't expect your patent attorney to do that level of work for you. It's not going to happen.
Exactly. This is your work.
You have to do the work yourself. So
yes.
Yeah, so you guys, I'm a big, and everybody knows this, and we write a lot about this process. You have to be in control of your destiny. You have to be in control of your IP. You have to look at it from a business perspective and find the holes, because they're not going to find them for you. You have to do it. And that's a fantastic story.
Yes.
Yeah, great job.
I love that. I love that you guys are talking about that. Hey, guys, if you could start typing in your thank yous for Mohammed into the chat, that would be great. That would be fantastic. Start doing that.
What's next, Mohammed? What's next?
Actually, I have different plans. Also for licensing, I have another products in the same field and in another fields, because I know I like I like to invent new products and to license it and to sell it and all over the world. For me, it gives me like a kind of honor. So I'm going to invent some new products, not in the same industry, but in another industries. I think I talked to you about one of them, the cup, keep it secret. And in the industry, I'm expanding now the facility in Egypt. I now rented a big facility in Egypt. I will invest in machinery and I invest in tooling in Egypt. So I have a plan to expand our facility in Egypt and add more and more products, and also train a lot of people and give them experience and skills. That might be my contribution on the society. So I'm focusing on the same and the both ways to extend the facility in Egypt, hire more people, change people's lives as much as I can in Egypt, and outside Egypt, I'm planning to also make new inventions and licensing it.
You're going to be doing some speaking events coming up. Is that right?
Yes. I have two events, one in February and one in March.
Good for you.
I wish I can help many people as I can to reach their goals. So that would be
Mohammed,
awesome.
The comments are, I'm seeing one word over and over again with regards to their thanks for you is inspirational.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And
so much.
I know Stephen, when he met you, is very inspired by you. Stephen, can you speak for a minute? When people leave in a little bit here, what should people take away from this meeting? I mean, we obviously don't have time to get into every little minute detail about things, but they're obviously leaving inspired. What should they leave thinking about after hearing Mohammed speak?
No, I think the big takeaway here is that you can do anything, right?
Yes.
And and maybe you don't have experience at it, right? The big takeaway is before you dive in, educate yourself. Do your research, right? Read books, talk to people. Don't be afraid to knock on doors, right? If you have a good idea, right? Don't just jump in blindly, but do the research. Mohammed he researches everything. Every little detail he understands. So he's controlling his own destiny. You can do that. So I'm just amazed that he's able to tackle anything. He's fearless, right? And I really love that. I love that about him. And I'm just happy that we were able to be part. I was being able to be part of that journey, to watch that unfold. And I'm still watching it unfold. And not only is it happening in Egypt, but other parts of the world. And who knows where he's going to go from here. It's one of those incredible stories that we got to see firsthand at InventRight when he reached out to us a long time ago. And it's just getting better. And the story is getting more interesting. So what we're going to do at InventRight, and Mohammed knows this, whatever I can do, whatever InventRight can do, whatever we can do as a group, how can we help him spread the word? There you go, you guys. And he knows my commitment to him. I want him to tell the story around the world. It's that powerful because he's breaking down the barriers and he's showing that he can do it. And that's what InventRight's all about. It's about breaking down the barriers and having people pursue their dreams and share their creativity with the world. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Thank you, Stephen. And thank you, Mohammed. Let's do a group shot here. I'm going to unpin us here. And then we're going to do a group shot. So if everybody, what you can do is in a second here, let me see if I get Stephen unspotlighted. We're going to go, if everybody could like smile, give a thumbs up or a wave or whatever we're going to do. And I got to do several screens. So let's get going. Thumbs up or a wave. Here we go. Screen number one. And
what a great crowd. What a great.
Keep the smiles. Keep the thumbs up.
What a great group.
There we go. Okay, let me click save. All right, guys, thank you so much.
Before we leave, I want to say one thing.
People here.
I want to say this. I want to thank everybody for attending today. Thank you so much. I want to also thank everybody for contributing on our LinkedIn posts. This post about this event got close to 10,000 impressions. It's because of you sharing it. Thank you so much. It's very important that we all come together. We all linked up on LinkedIn. If you're not connected, please link up with us. It's important to support every inventor you know, right? And leave comments. Be part of the conversation. We're stronger together than we are apart. So I cannot thank you enough, you guys. What a great community. Wonderful job, Madeline. Wonderful job, Andrew. Mohammed, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mohammed. Take care, everybody. Keep inventing. Good night.
Okay, good night. Bye. Bye.